I want to welcome everybody to the December edition of the Sonic Monthly Hat Trick. We're going to be wrapping up 2024 and looking ahead to what's coming in 2025. Today's presentation is a little bit different because, well, it's going to be different because you get to hear all about me. I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite things with you. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about what I do outside of work, sometimes inside of work, and how I actually use the products that we sell to people. So, I'm not only the president, I'm also a client. So we're going to jump right in and get started, okay? All right, so just a reminder, this is the Sonic Promos Hat Trick. We've broken it down into 3 sections. We like to talk about what's trending, we like to talk about putting it all into practice, and then we like to share some tips and tricks. So we're going to get into that. And we're going to be sharing some of my favorite things. So the first thing that we're going to be sharing is the Cadence massage gun. So if you're familiar with the Theragun, which I happen to be as well, then you might be interested in the Cadence massage gun. It's basically Theragun Lite. Like the Mini that maybe you've seen, comes with several different attachments. It comes in a really great case, great for transporting. I have it in my bag all the time. I actually have it on my desk right now. And if you're active like I am, I like to hike and be outdoors a lot. It's a great item to have readily available. Perfect for health and wellness programs. It's great for awards and recognition. It's a perfect holiday gift. So popular that I went to go check and see what the stock was, and they actually are sold out of this particular item for the next month or so. But there are plenty of items like it. So if you're looking for something that's in that $60 range, this is really a perfect item. I can't say enough about it. I do use it pretty frequently. The next thing is the JBL speaker. It's one of my favorites, and JBL in general is just my most favorite. I really couldn't pick any one item, but I'm picking the clip because it is the item that is probably the best budget item as far as like for all budgets at that under $100 price point. I love that you can do a full color imprint on it like you see here. You get up to 10 hours worth of playtime on it. And I like to clip it onto my bag when I'm hiking so that I can listen to music when I'm out there. And I just can't say enough of it. But I will say that every JBL item that I have ever gotten my hands on is just absolutely fantastic. And the Flip 5 is also one of my favorites because you can sync several of them up together. So give somebody 2 of them and they can have a full-on surround sounds experience. Circle them with 20 and you can have quite a seance. So I'm a big fan of anything JBL, but the clip-on speaker is my choice of the day. Okay, Latour de Spice. So if you have done work with me, if you've done work with Sonic, it's possible that you have seen our guerrilla marketing presentations, and you can check them out on YouTube. They are a series of videos that we did where we have incorporated the ideas and themes of marketing with the ideas and themes of barbecue and grilling and smoking. And part of our promotion was that we actually gave away these spice and smoker kits. And so on the right hand side, you've got some pellets. I think these are, cherry or maple. In the middle, you've got a rub, and then you've also got the smoker tube. And so you just put the pellets in there. You don't need a green egg grill. You don't need a Weber barrel smoker. All you need to do is get this heated up. You can lay it right on the grates of your charcoal grill, and you can give any food some really good smoke action. I also can't say enough about spices. I am just a big fan of being able to incorporate spices spices into any promotion that's out there. You want to talk about heart health, you can give out pepper. If you're sending people to an exotic location, maybe you're sending them to Jamaica and you want to put together a jerk spice that you want to say, hey, guess where you're going? That the spices enable you to really take people to anywhere you want them to be. And we've got a lot of great packaging options that are available for you that you can, go from just like the test tube to a little packet that you can give out to trade shows to, something a little bit more high end. But I can't say enough about branded spices. I am a big fan. Okay, the New Era beanie. You saw me. I'll even kick in again and show you. Here I am wearing the New Era beanie. It is my favorite item. It is the item that I wear when I go hiking. This past year, I think I put in about 400 miles of hiking, and I was able to wear that beanie. I have several of them, and they really are just awesome. They come in a lot of different colors. They're fleece lined. The embroidery is always solid, and they work for for both men and women. It's really a great universal item. I think anybody would really be happy with. So I mean, it's a beanie, but if you're looking for the beanie, this is the beanie. Okay, the Mophie Power Station. So hopefully you're familiar with Mophie. Mophie is a great brand for all sorts of items. Primarily power is what a lot of people are used to them for. So this is a charger that actually has enough power to charge your car. And it does, in fact, come with the jumper cables. So as somebody who is on the go, this is not the charger that I have in my hiking bag. I would have something similar. I don't need the jumper cables. I have more of a solar charger. But if you're looking for a great safety item to give to people, this is that item. It's going to be under $150, but the minimum order is 6 pieces. So it's a perfect gift for a prize, for safety, for driver safety is always a good item. If you've got salespeople that are out in the road all the time and you don't want them to be stuck in out in the cold, this is again a great item that's out there. You can see that you can also brand full color decoration on the top of it. So I can't say enough about something like this, which also has the capacity to charge a phone, the old standby. But if you're looking for an upgrade, this is certainly something to take a look at. And then last but not least, the Osprey Hike-Lite 18. This is my backpack. It's the one that I use when I go hiking. It has it can hold up to 3-liter bladder, sold separately, of course, but it does have that capacity to be able to, in my case, several miles worth of liquids. It's got lots of pockets. It's got lots of clips. It's really smart. There's a front clip that goes around the front that actually has a safety whistle like right in there. So it's like right by your face in case you need it. It's got lumbar support, and it's got air in the back, so you're not really sweating against it. It's definitely a great bag, and there's a couple of different sizes that it's available in. So my go-to when it comes to backpacks, and in general, Osprey, another just fantastic brand. If you're looking for something for travel or hiking or the gym or just on the go, I can't say enough about the Osprey. So those are it. Those are my favorite things. Cadence massagers and JBL speakers, spices with labels and chargers with cables, a backpack by Osprey, a beanie in gray. All of my favorites for work and for play. And I will be doing more concerts at a later time, but those are the 6 things that make up my favorite things. And now it's time for us to hit an intermission. And so good time for me to do a quick plug for, once again, the New Era beanie. It turns out that 18 months ago today, one of my college friends passed away from a rare cancer. And in April, I hiked 50K, 31 miles to raise awareness for him, to raise awareness for the organization, and was able to raise over $6,000. And so I made several of these hats and sent them off to all of my major donors of people who helped along the way. And so I'm sure you're familiar with lots of people doing fundraisers where they've got items that they somehow engage with a way to provide some sort of awareness about the program. And so this is my own personal one, and so a way to show you how I put it all into action. So thank you for for listening. All right. Okay, where do we go? Next up, we are on to predictions. Predictions. Okay, so as far as predictions go, our three main predictions are a focus on return to office, the spending squeeze, and AI answers. Those are the things that we are encompassing, the things that we are hearing about from our clients, and the types of things that you might be aware of when trying to determine what might be the right items to give out to your staff or your clients, your employees, your prospects or whoever. All right, so first is return to office, and that is we're talking about a mix of casual and professional styles. That can certainly apply to apparel. It also can apply to bags. It can apply just into the way in which you're doing your decoration. Some decoration doesn't need to be this full color, lots of stitch embroidery. It can be very subtle across the chest, maybe on the back of the yoke, even near the bottom of the hem or on the sleeve. So those are some things to be looking at. Commute-friendly products. People don't really have an office, even though they might be going back to the office. And so giving them items that they can use on the go, mobile office accessories, are a lot of things that we're seeing. We're seeing, laptop desk items, and we're seeing, the chargers like we've talked about. So anything that you might have in a regular office, but that you could easily put into, one of your branded Osprey backpacks and take along the way. And then we're also being asked about a lot of engagement with regards to team building exercises and how can we, engage with that. And that usually is in the way of prizes or t-shirts or, any number of items that really help to reinforce whatever that message is that you're trying to encourage. Okay, spending squeeze. So it is starting to happen, right? We're hearing about it. The things that you didn't think maybe were going to cost as much are now starting to cost as much. And so as a result of that, we're seeing that some of the smaller things that people are spending money on is going down. And instead, not only are they spending on less of those little things, but they're also searching for quality. Even if it's not a high budget item, it still needs to speak quality. So, even if it's a bottle and it looks perfect, but the sound of the lid is, clanging, that's not going to really resonate. So the best way to be able to work within those confines is to talk to your brand manager, your account manager, let them know what your budget is. Let them know what the messaging is, and then be open to duplicates. Okay. Everybody wants the Yeti and the Stanley, but there are lots of good Yetis and flat Stanleys that are out there that I'm confident that if you got your hands on them, and even if you might have to convince somebody else that it's just as good, that you're going to find that the recipients are going to be just as happy with what they got versus them saying, I can't believe they didn't give it to us in a Yeti. Trust me when I tell you that. Experience has shown us that our clients, unless it's something that you're really tying to a name brand message, if it works and it serves a need for them, they're going to hold on to it. And then AI answers. Okay, so we do like AI. AI has filtered into promotional marketing. It helps us, when coming up with ideas. It helps us with curating content. But we also know, because we know how to use it, that it's not always going to give you exactly what you're looking for. Because you might get quick answers doesn't always mean that those answers are going to be correct. And so it's important for people to be searching. What we're finding is people are searching for something authentic. And that is what promotional items really provide, is the ability to be authentic, the ability to share information, to tell a story in a way that there's really no question about, is this true? Isn't this true? And so that is why, we are always encouraging, especially if you're trying to, to put out some sort of message, is at least have some sort of collateral to go with whatever the item is that you're giving, to reinforce what you're trying to say, so that in the future, when their hands go back to that item, they can remember why it was they got that, and what is maybe expected about it. And so that is what we're finding with regards to, yeah, it's great to get quick and all of that, but if you're really looking for results, we still need to be fairly authentic. And promotional items have tons of capacity to do that for you. Okay, we are up to another intermission, and I want to tell everybody, so we don't lose everybody, that some of Seth's favorite things are going to be the door prizes after our last section here. So hang on, we've got one more section. If you do have any questions, please let me know, and I will be happy to answer them for you. So let me keep on going. All right, so let's talk about colors. Colors are super popular. All clients seem to have them. Usually they have some sort of PMS number that's attached to them. And we're finding that the trend for 2025 is muted tones. It's possible that you've already seen the Pantone has rolled out their Mocha Mousse color, which we are, it looks delicious. I'm just not so sure how great it tastes, and what what it's going to transition to as far as the colors of apparel, or whether it's going to transition to the colors of apparel, even branded items, versus the color of decoration. And so that's why so many brands have multiple colors, to be able to provide some consistency and continuity. But you can see there that as far as like what you might see as your palette to work with, it's important to keep in mind what your brand is going to be. And so if your brand happens to have, oranges and blues in there, then either you might want to be looking for a one color, or white, or you might want to, look to creating something that's completely matched to your Pantone. But I personally, as somebody who wears a lot of navies and darker colors, I'm actually wearing eggplant today. Yay! I'm excited about these colors, and if you're looking to be trendy with your company, we would certainly encourage you to work them into some of what you're doing. And again, your account manager can help you to do that. So here's a product sneak peek, sort of going with those same ideas here. Rugged Professional. We're talking traditional work pieces mixed with office wear. We're talking about thicker, heavy-duty fabrics, boxy cuts that are made to be office appropriate. And you've got the runway options on the left side, and you've got options that are available from our catalogs on the left side. So if you're looking for something that is on trend, on point right now, these are some of the styles that are out there, and the types of styles that people are looking for, because they're on the go. They're coming in and out of the office. So if you have to be outside, or you got to be on, on the train or whatever, you're going to want to be comfortable or have something that's going to hit whatever the the elements are. Product sneak peek. So we are seeing print on demand. This is going to be something that we will be seeing moving forward. The ability for you to create a completely personalized on-demand catalog that includes your items, and the ability to offer a client or your staff the ability to log in, pick what they want, and have that item immediately go into production and then be shipped right to them. So several of you are used to our redemption programs where, you might want to do 500 sweatshirts for everybody and you don't know what sizes you have. This is a potential for you, depending on what the items are. It doesn't apply to every item. But if you weren't sure what items you wanted to offer and you instead wanted to offer a t-shirt and a sweatshirt and a hooded sweatshirt and a long sleeve shirt, and you don't want to carry any inventory, but you want to ensure that it's going to have your logo on it, these are the types of programs that you're going to be seeing more of moving into 2025. And the ability to have trackability of interaction is going to enables us to provide you with data that you don't normally have. So if you're like, how many people ordered t-shirts versus how many people ordered sweatshirts, that's data that you don't always know, and it can really help you to determine what you might want to purchase moving forward. Okay, just want to check. Okay, real feels. So, we are always being asked about sustainability, and these are items that do just that. You've got items that all move away from plastic. You got you've got the bamboo lid on top of the container, bamboo speaker. You also have a bamboo mat, and then you've got a sustainable mug. So these are all items that not only are made with good product, but they also have a high perceived value. They look like they're from retail. They've got that, they look like something you would see, in those catalogs that, show up 7 times a week in your mail. So these are the items that we're seeing, again, more and more. Things that look like they belong in your home. And there are lots of options for lots of budgets that fit there. Product sneak peek. This is a big trend for us. And it's a big trend that we think lots of people are already getting into, and that is in the way of self-care. And what does self-care look like? It really varies for everybody. And I think it depends on your audience. And so you can have a self-care message and do lots of different things for lots of different audiences and still have the same logo on it if you're targeting. But, it can be wellness, as far as like working out. It can be, taking some time away, massage, all sorts of options, and there are lots of items that are out there that can help to support them. So you've got affirmation cards, and you've got salt scrubs, and you've got the cold rollers, and you've got, Mallory told me. Well, she told me. Maybe she'll Slack me to remind me. When she does, I'll take this moment to say that we've been doing this for 6 months now, and while I am the face, I am not the only person who does this. And thank you, Mallory, the Jade tool. But without Mallory, none of this really happens. All of the slides and coming up with a lot of the content and helping me to figure out how to click streaming on YouTube. Those are all things that Mallory is completely responsible for, and so by missing that it was the Jade tool, this gives us an opportunity to acknowledge her when we know that she does not like that at all, but we're going to do it anyway. So, okay, thank you for that moment here. All right, real quickly, we talked about office and commuting, and so we'll talk again about office and commuting. These are all some great items that we think you would be interested in for your teams, if you're looking for things that they would need for office and commuting. So you've got the Smart Desk Pad. That's a wireless charging pad, and it's great. Full color imprint. You could tell your company story. You could show them the rules. You can show them, the list of the nearest restaurants, all sorts of items and information that you all can share with your team. Low minimums, again, also, so we really like that. We did mention the Yeti, but this is not a Yeti tumbler. It's a Yeti lunchbox. So, if you're looking to give people something that they can really, put several items into, this is a great item to take a look at. You've got a travel mug that sort of has that look and feel. We really like, and we're seeing lots of trends of these heated lunch containers. So this is, you pack your lunch and then you can warm it up while you're at your desk, especially if they don't let you ever leave your desk. So this, this is the perfect item for that. And then that charger, you can't see the backside, but it plugs into the wall. So you can charge it up and then you've got all of your cables. So perfect set of items for a person to be able to go on the go and see all the different, and move from office to office. So, okay. All right, last thing I want to get to, so planning for the unknown. Who knows what's going to happen in 2025? People are asking about tariffs. If you're curious, we're keeping an eye on them. We would let you know if something happens. We'd give you a chance to reorder some things before it's too late or before you start to get hit on those things. But there are lots of things that you can do to avoid what those potential things are. The first one is that actually is the second one. That's buy in bulk early. Think about how many events you've got coming up and try to plan, so many times we'll get orders for 500 pens. It really should be, and you do them 5 times a year, 2,500 pens. So plan early, order in bulk, align your products with your audience, right? Know what events you've got coming up, who is your target audience. Also, if you know that there are an item that can go to multiple audiences, buy more of those and be able to multi-purpose them. Track your ROI. We can always help you with that. We're not just selling stuff, we're selling strategy. We're selling programs. We're selling ways for you all to be able to do better and learn from what you've already been ordering so that it can help you moving forward. Buy and brand authentically. Tell your story. Don't just order what people want. Use something that's going to tell the message that you're trying to convey. And that's why art is always so important. Okay? All right. You waited. I went over time, but it is my show. And I was told that I only have one time a year to shamelessly plug everything. So here is your QR code. Scan the tool, and you will hopefully get a spin and win. And I'm giving away lots of different things. You should see all 6 of those items on the prize wheel. And if you don't win one of the grand prizes, I am going to be giving you something from my gift chest. I promise it will be good. And full disclosure, if I know or see who you are, I will do everything I can to make sure that it is something that is chosen just for you. Look, here's my face. I turn my hat so you know I'm being legit. Okay? Here I am. It will be good. So scan the QR code. We will not sell your information to anybody this time. So that's it. If you have any other questions, please let us know. We really enjoy working with you. We've really enjoyed doing these live shows. And if you have any questions, I don't see any. No questions. Okay. Well, if you do, you know where to find us. Please do. And a reminder to scan this QR code for all of our social media and check out some of our other videos. But otherwise, I want to wish you all a really happy holidays. Thank you so much for including us in your brand marketing this year. And we will look forward to working with you all again soon. Take care.